Hello guys, welcome to Global Happenings. Today we have a trending news for you, and the headline reads, "See who have been positioned for Igbo presidency 2023 as the governors begin to position themselves." See details, but before we go into the news proper and further analysis, we would like you to subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button below. Beside it, you will see a bell notification icon. Please go ahead, click on it to get notified as soon as we update our channel on YouTube. Okay, let's go straight into the news of the day. The business Mongol and industrialist of the Southeast extraction, I'm talking about Chief Cletus Ibeto, has tipped Governor David Umahi of Ebonyi State for president come 2023. Ibeto endorsed Umahi for the number one position in the country while receiving an honorary award at Ebonyi State University Abakaliki during his 7th to 11th combined convocation. He described Umahi as a man of honor who always delivered on his promises, adding that the governor was competent for the 2023 presidency. He said, "Anybody visiting Ebonyi State now will be amazed and full of wonder and admiration for what His Excellency has done and turned this state into in just a few years. I am proud to be associated with him. Notwithstanding the fact that I am not a prophet, I am inspired to predict that based on his record of service in Ebonyi State, when the question, who shall we send and who will go for us, comes up, your name will ring forth for recognition for very serious consideration." Okay, you have seen it, you have heard it. Dave Umahi, Governor Dave Umahi, has been penciled down by the elite. I'm talking about the industrialists as one of the names and from the southeastern extract to become president 2023. It's amazing though. What if there's no presidency 2023 for the Igbos? I'm just talking, just airing my views really, because the truth of the matter is, while people think, while the governors are the people of the southeastern extract are believing that while you see the governors slow pacing in trying to enact and create the regional security outfit, is simply because they do not want to step on toes. They are trying to be of the best of behavior in line with the governance of today, as in line with the government that is the ruling government of the day, so that by the time you are looking for penciling down them, if they insist, if they eventually agree that presidency should come from this southeastern region, then by all means they begin to look at who is our puppet. Who do we send? While you're looking for who you will send from the eastern region, I'm talking about while the Igbos who are still hell-bent of having presidency 2023 in Nigeria, and while they're looking for who they will send, the government of the day is also looking for who will be the puppet. Who is that person that that the Igbos will send, that we can also still press and remote control, and we also, as the northern leaders, as the case may be, will be ruling in proxy. What does it mean? You'll be a figurehead president, simple and short. What it means is that it's a case of putting you as the president, then tying your umbilical cord to their own, such that you can't move except they tell you to move. In fact, when they move, that's when you move. In summary, what I'm trying to say is this: before they will endorse you, this is politics here. Let's play this Nigerian politics a little. Let's extray it a little. In Nigerian politics, have you seen a saint without a criminal record? I'm talking about a fraudulent record holding political position. They are very rare. Very, very rare. In fact, if you want to, they will not give you the position. They need to find out, have he done something? Has he stolen some money? Has he siphoned? Has he embezzled some nice money? It's okay, fine. If he has, what will happen is we will send EFCC to open a case file on it. But we won't pursue it. We'll just open a case file on that. That is the stronghold now we're talking about. They won't pursue it as at that time, but we'll keep it pending. That will be the controlling measure. And when you now go in as whatever position they want you to go in, they will not tell you, guy, have fun, how you dey? These are my boys, so these are the people you should put in the helms of affairs. No, that's not how we do Nigerian. I will refuse to put those. These boys are not competent. Now we have good Nigerians who can do this job. I can't bring your this one is an Amajiri. He doesn't even understand what he's saying. He's not even competent enough. Has he even done something like this before? No. Nigerians need competent hands. Say, you say yes because I'm now the president of this country. They will now tell you, we will know if you are the president or if we are the president. You are just our figurehead. Then you begin to see things like EFCC. And all of a sudden, information will start leaking into the internet. How you stole and embezzled one money that was meant for some sort of project that you tried to hide, and you begin to see some of the people you dealt with, who did the business with you, are willing to confess, and they're actually witnesses to that effect. And the next thing they'll tell you is, Mr. President, I don't know if you have been seeing some certain things flying. I don't know. But it looks like these EFCC boys are hell-bent on doing this job. And Nigerians, they're reacting. Before you know that, the Senate want to impeach you. The next thing you begin to, and the powers that be, they have their boys everywhere. Before you say who goes there, you are beginning to bend to their tone. It has not come to that. We can always dialogue this thing behind the curtains, within the corridors of power. Nigerians don't need to know all this. You want to open my dirty linen in public? No, now then the next thing is start dialoguing. Okay, that's now you are talking. Now bring that my Majiri brothers, put them all. That's why Nigerians are suffering right now. Square pegs and round holes. It's not as if we don't have competent hands. Sometimes these leaders are tied. Their hands are so tied because of probably their corrupt past, their corrupt practices they've done in the past that is surfacing, and they don't want to be slammed or put in jail like Ojuzo Kalu has done. And at the end of the day, they either lose everything back to square one. So instead of them losing everything, let it be a win-win. I still become the president of the country. I get my pensions as I went to, and I get paid, I get recognition, and they also get what they want. They put in their people as I went to, they rule by proxy, and now looks as if the president is dumb. He's not dumb. He has been tied, and these are the kind of persons they may likely want to be looking out for if eventually they decide to give it to the Southeasterners. They will look for a puppet whose pedigree is very high. What do I mean? Whose crime rate or corruption practices is very high. Who doesn't have who's lily-livered? Yes, that's the word. Lily-livered, who is easily scared, And that's probably the person they will use, and they will surround. If you want to be that person, once they bring that person and endorse the person, they will surround him with their person. So at the end of the day, you want that Southeastern governor, you want that Southeastern president. Behold the Southeastern president. Even his tenure may even be worse than any other tenure. You begin to see Nigeria. Igbos are asking for presidency. They have gotten the presidency. Their tenure is the worst. That's what you get to hear, because they will not allow him to flow as that when do. So if you ask me, begin to endorse all of this. If you watch some of these Southeastern governors, are already positioning themselves really, because this agitation for Southeastern presidency is going high, just as Biafra agitation is also going very high. But then this is my take on this. I feel that Dave Umahi has done well for himself. If you ask me, if you have been to Ebonyi State in recent times, particularly Abakaliki, to amaze you, honestly, the young man has done well for Ebonians, I must say. But he has also pedaled a great deal on the issue of hunting down IPOB in the land, But then, he has, the most important thing is development. He is making strong strides, giant strides, and making Ebonyi livable. Yeah, once or twice, there are people complain that they were not properly compensated when they were building that airport and all that. But then it has been sorted out one way or the other. So, but if you ask me, he's not doing badly. But if you ask me also, he may not be the only candidate that is well enough that who the cows feed. We still have some strong, Igbo people, Igbo men politicians who can take the job and take it very well. But then the question is, will there be an Igbo presidency come 2023? Well, for me personally, I strongly doubt it. Really, I strongly doubt it. With all the moves that are going on right now here and there, with all the Northerners, some of them insisting that power has to remain in the North, and don't forget that the Southwesterners also are not relenting in the fact that they also would love to become president come 2023. Tinubu is there, and all those mechanisms and the rest, and also judging the fact that Biafra is strongly agitating to become a nation. They want to secede from Nigeria. So Igbo 2023 presidency, it looks more like a dream than a reality. It looks more like a fluke than being real. But then that's my take on this. What do you think? Do you honestly think that come 2023, if there will ever be Igbo presidency, does Dave Umahi really truly deserve to be the #1 man in Nigeria, judging the fact that they had past politicians to also have amicable and very lovely record in political arena? Let's discuss now.